Hi, I'm Tiffany, and this is Towering TBR. So it is finally going to be December soon, and so I am bringing you the books I intend to read for the last month of this year. I am participating in Book Roast's magical readathon that she's hosting. She normally does one in the month of April and one for the month of August. This is just a mini one that's 9 days in December. So it's a really fun and involved readathon. I will link her down below and all of the art and the map and all the prompts. It's so detailed and so much fun. So, for this mini readathon, there are shops that we can go to, and each shop is represented by a genre. And to visit one of the shops, you just have to read a book of that genre. So I'm going to be visiting 3 different shops. The first is the bookstore, and the prompt is a mystery or the genre is a mystery or thriller. So for that, I'm going to be reading The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. I've read quite a bit of Agatha Christie, but I've heard that the twist in this one is really good and took a lot of people by surprise. And the story is really old, so it's kind of a miracle I haven't already been spoiled. So I thought I'd get to it sooner rather than later. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. The next shop that I will be visiting is represented by a contemporary book. And so I have checked out Maps of Our Spectacular Bodies by Maddie Mortimer. This is a story about a woman and she gets cancer. And I think there's a point of view from the cancer itself. But this just won a bunch of awards and yeah, I just was intrigued, so I'm going to be picking that one up to represent the contemporary shop. And of course, I have to read some sci-fi. So I'm going to be reading The Android's Dream by John Scalzi. I read Red Shirts by this author a couple months ago and absolutely loved it. It's funny, it's tongue-in-cheek, and just lots of fast-paced adventures. And I went on Reddit looking for what Scalzi book I should pick up next. He's very prolific, and this was the one that I overwhelmingly got recommended. So, gonna check it out. I don't really know what it's about, but I'm looking forward to it. So, those are the 3 books that represent the 9 days of the readathon. But outside of the readathon, I'm also going to be picking up Even Though I Knew the End. This is apparently like a detective noir with fantasy elements, and it's just a tiny little novella. I've heard some good stuff about it, so I decided I'll pick this up. I'm also going to be, hopefully, continuing in the Expanse series. This is book number 4, Cibola Burn. It's quite a chunker, but yeah, we're watching the show, my husband and I now, and yeah, I want to stay ahead of the show, so I need to keep going with the series. So, very excited for that one. I'm also going to be picking up The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is an audiobook that is narrated by Andy Serkis, and my husband and I are going to listen to it. I don't usually pick up much epic fantasy and didn't really have much interest in it. I know that's kind of a risky thing to announce, but I am getting to them now because he's decided he wants to listen to the audiobooks with me. So we'll be doing that in December. And speaking of audiobooks, around Christmas time, I will be reading A Christmas Carol, or rather, Tim Curry will be narrating it to me. And yes, I'm excited for that. That's a reread, but I've got some YouTube friends that are going to be reading it at the same time. And so I thought, yeah, let's reread it. Lastly, there are 2 others that I intend to read. I want to read Lark Ascending by Silas House. He did a book event with Barbara Kingsolver, and when I heard him read from his book, it sounded amazing. And so I was really excited. I don't know when I'm going to be getting that in because there's a long line at the library for that one. And lastly, I want to listen to the first act of Sandman on Audible. They have 3 out now, but I watched the TV show recently and decided I wanted to listen to the audiobooks as well. So that's 9 books. That's a lot of books, but I'm hoping to end the year with quite a good bang. What are you reading for the month of December? Are you taking part in the magical readathon? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.